Welcome into the Boston Celtics news feed on CLNS. Today is Monday, June 18th, 2018. Today's episode of the newsfeed is sponsored by Mack Weldon. The great folks at Mack Weldon were sick and tired of heading into department stores and trying to buy socks, underwear, undershirts, and not getting consistent, high-quality results, so they started their own company. Mack Weldon attire is better than what you're wearing right now, so what are you waiting for? Head over to mackweldon.com today and use our promo code CLNS for 20% off your first order. Again, that's 20% off your first order at mackweldon.com just by entering our promo code CLNS at checkout. Draft Week 2018 is well underway, and the countdown has struck 72 hours and counting until Adam Silver presents the newest NBA talent to the world, only minutes behind Wojnarowski's tweets of the exact same draft selections. Most mock drafts have at least 10 college freshmen being selected in the lottery, with standout big men DeAndre Ayton and Marvin Bagley firmly holding down the top two selections at this moment on talent and upside alone. Both big men have also just signed exclusive rights with footwear company PUMA, who is trying to get back into the basketball market for the first time in over 20 years. PUMA is clearly putting their money where their mouth is by signing high-end talent and potential to multi-year deals that are rumored to be far exceeding that of the traditional Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour deals for up-and-coming rookies. PUMA also announced today a new president of basketball operations, Jay-Z. Yes, the only Jay-Z will be managing the basketball side of PUMA's latest outreach into the NBA. Mr. Carter is still a minority owner of the Brooklyn Nets, despite seeing his initial $4.5 million investment lose steam during this lowly Nets run in recent years. These signings by PUMA of top-tier potential has been unseen in the NBA since their last big-time player signed in 1998 in the form of a Toronto Raptors rookie, Vince Carter. Air Canada loathed his situation with PUMA so much that after only a year he breached his contract and ended up owing the shoe company $13.5 million in damages. Despite this, PUMA is not looking in the past but keeping their heads forward and focused on the bright future ahead of these two 19-year-old studs. After DeAndre Ayton and Marvin Bagley, much is still up in the air as who will fall where will ultimately be decided on draft night. Trae Young is one name soaring up the big board recently after extremely strong workouts with the Atlanta Hawks, Orlando Magic, Chicago Bulls, and New York Knicks, all of whom hold picks within the 3 to 9 range. What was once the Brooklyn Nets pick, turned Celtics pick, then turned Cavaliers pick in the Kyrie Irving trade will finally turn into a real human player on Thursday, we think. The Cavaliers hold that pick with the 8th selection in the draft, but much is still in the air with the Cavs, the Eastern Conference, and the NBA as a whole until LeBron James makes his decision 3.0 of where he'd like to play professional basketball next season. The Cavs could leverage this lottery pick into a sign-and-trade for a top-tier talent to keep Bron around, or draft a young, solid player like Marvin Bagley's teammate and fellow Duke freshman center in Wendell Carter if Dan Gilbert's eyes are on the future in a post-LeBron apocalypse yet again. Little will fall into place until LeBron has made his decision, hopefully sooner rather than later, but 60 names will be called Thursday night at Barclays Center regardless. As free agency looms around the corner, on July 1st, several players are slowly but surely making their way towards payday. Timberwolves guard Jamal Crawford turned down his player option for next year worth $4.5 million today to test the waters of free agency. The market may not be kind to the 38-year-old bucket getter, so a veteran minimum for Jamal Crawford should still scare you if he signs with a serious contender. In the same boat, UConn alum Rudy Gay left $8.8 million on the table today after declining to pick up his player option with the Spurs. Gay is looking for similar money, only with a longer contract. Despite being only 31, Gay is entering his 13th season with unassuming production last year, following him into July's free agency extravaganza. A reminder that the Celtics might not be players at this moment in the draft with only the 27th pick, but the well of assets has still not dried up, and a high upside prize in the shape of maybe Mo Bamba could be enough to make Danny Ainge pull the trigger on a deal that could send serious shockwaves through the association. But until then, we and everyone else around the NBA's eager circles can only speculate until Thursday night. The countdown till draft night continues, so why not count it down with us over at CLNS? Remember to keep it locked on to @CLNSMedia on Twitter, and be sure to subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed on both iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network mobile podcast app. Until next time, this has been Matt Genak with the Boston Celtics newsfeed.